Yo, have you guys looked at new truck prices lately? Madon, it is effing ridiculous. And I don't see it getting any better anytime soon, but people are still buying them. I don't know how they're doing it. I think we need to talk about it, and that's what we're going to do on this week's Tuesday Morning Tech Tip from Pugliese Speed Shop. Guys, now I know everybody thinks I'm cheap, right? And there's a difference between cheap and just, being, frugal? I've heard. You step over a dollar to save a dime. Penny wise, dollar stupid. But when you get something like this guy right here, that I now have put about 4,000 miles on. We've been to Florida and back. It's been driving me to work every day. And guys, we're into it for less than $5,000. Now, it took us some months to put it together, right? We had a couple setbacks along the way. But I love this thing, guys. Now, it needs a couple little things. And when I say a couple of things, I'm talking creature comforts, because it just carried me to work and back today flawlessly, and makes you look pretty damn good doing it. So why in the world would I take this or my other truck or anything else down to the local dealership and take out a friggin' mortgage to drive something that's probably going to be in the shop more than I'm behind the wheel of it to begin with? I can't answer that question, but I'm going to try. Let's sit down and talk about it. Guys, I'm going to do my damnedest to not turn this into a rant, but I can't promise nothing, all right? Because it actually does piss me off. When I bought my Tundra, right now, this was over 7 years ago now. I had, let me back it up a little more. I had my 65 C10, drove it every day. Some dumb broad in a frickin' Honda Odyssey.
When Honda saw that untreated chlamydia was making a comeback, they invented the Honda Odyssey to compete.
Decided that she wanted to look at her cell phone instead of the road, and she drove into us. Then I had a Jeep. I just ran that until it died. I actually traded that. I got that on a trade for a television set, so yeah, I shouldn't really relied on that. When that blew up, Megan's like, Chaz, you need to buy something new. And here's the problem I run into every time. I don't like nothing new. I don't like no matter what car comes out, it's got to be out for 3 or 4 years before I'm like, okay, it's growing on me. And that goes back to the 80s, as far back as I can remember. Guys, in the 80s, at the end of the 80s, I was 13, all right? So I just couldn't. I've always been this way, and that's just how I am. We're all different ways. Some people, the second something comes out, they got to have it. I am 180 out, and that's just how it goes. We like what we like. Every time I had to get some kind of, I'm driving my old schools, and it's like, I need something. All right, I was like, I need something. I don't know what to do. Right? It's really, most people are like, oh, I go buy this. If I could have whatever car, they know what I don't. I think I got the ones I want, to be honest with you, but I don't. So I started looking around, and it's like I like 3 things. I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna look at I like the Impala SS's, like the 94, 5, and 6. Megan's like, Chaz, it's 2016. That's a 20-year-old car. Huh? How about that? I think it's fuel injected. Seems like it's something new to me. So I was like, oh well, what about this? You see where I'm going. So I ended up with the 09 F-150, and it was great till it wasn't. It started having some problems. And you know what? Honestly, I could have thrown a fuel pump in it because the guy's still driving it around here. And it still looks great. But that's I didn't want to mess with it because I had projects down here and I was putting too much time and money into that thing. So I bought the Tundra. My buddy Jason was looking at him. I drove his. I liked it, guys. It wasn't the first year it was out. It's the second gen Tundra, 2019. They changed it, I think, 2 years after that, 3 years after I bought mine. Now it's a V6, totally different minivan looking thing or whatever. And it's like, all right. They had a lot of problems with them. That's all besides the point. I drove it and I'm like, as far as a newer truck, it was right there with the rest of them. Late. High 30s, low 40s is what the stickers were. This is back when you could negotiate still. I think it was low 40s. I paid high 30s. I felt like I got a deal. My buddy Nick, you guys have met Nick. I don't think he's ever bought anything new, vehicle-wise, in his entire life. And I'm a little jealous about that, guys, because he finds things. He drives a 94 Buick right now. It's probably the most reliable thing on the road, right? And he don't care. He loves it because he ain't got to worry about it. And I wish I could get to that level. I really do. But I'm signing papers. Actually, I drove the truck. He texted me, hey, what you doing? Told him I was buying a truck. He starts texting me. Don't do it. My phone is going nuts. Get out of there. Put the pen down and get out of there. You're going to pay for that thing for the rest of your friggin' life. Knock it off. Get out of there. He wouldn't stop. When I paid it off, I told him, hey, I paid it off. He's like, hey, you still got it. Well, I guess you can't, So, and I said, it's been hit twice. Never act of God, a deer ran into it, and then a Chamoke driving a freaking cement truck backs into it. It's been fixed. I maintain the hell out of it. I love the truck. At one point, I did think, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. And I started looking at prices. Now, there was a time in the world where everything shut down, and they wanted to give me way more than I paid for that truck. I was getting emails every day from the Toyota dealership. Hey, we're going to give you 50-something. I was, Jesus, what are you guys doing? I thought about selling it then. Actually, I thought about selling it then. I was going to buy an OBS and just drive that every day. And this one was all done. It was really nice, super clean. But it's like, it was a lower two-wheel drive. Well, maybe I have a style. But yeah, I obviously ended up not doing it because, I would have made a bunch of money on the truck. I couldn't replace it because they were all priced out of this world. And now I see a lot of my buddies, especially, man, I'm buying diesels. Guys, $100,000 for like a Cummins truck or like, for what? What do we get? Yeah. And I know a lot of people, I don't want to drop names or nothing, but they get new cars a lot. And it's, I don't know, and the only way to do it, you're burying negative equity, the price is just going up. Nope, not for me, not for me. So we keep our cars. And there was a time in my life I didn't. I bought a couple year old ship boxes, or actually I bought a lot of year old ship boxes. And then Megan would always have a couple year old car and a low payment. And I was working on them all the time. So get a little older, a little wiser, a little better with your money, whatever it might be. Maybe all the above, maybe none of the above. But we bought that Camry. She drove it for 10 years. I bought the Tundra. I've had it 7. She's had the Crown now for a year and a half, and we have no intention of getting rid of any of the vehicles that we have, except for the Dodge right there. If you guys are interested, check it out. But yeah, no interest in getting rid of anything because we finally bought what we like, and I had no idea I was a Tundra guy, but apparently I am. Now, there's a couple things why only reasons I would ever think about getting rid of it and getting something newer. Towing. Big, huge, big trailers. I'm thinking about maybe enclosed trailers, so anything like that kind of stuff. But if you watch BW's channel, you can do that. He's got a half-ton Chevy. He's got an enclosed trailer. He pulls his 55. He bought the trailer right. He set the truck up. He's got a lot of similar things that I think going on. Where am I going with all this is I don't understand what we're getting for $100,000. Guys, my first house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, nice corner lot, right? White picket fence. Now, I didn't have a picket fence, but it was $77,000. And how are we paying this for a car? I understand inflation. I got it. I live on Earth. I got it. And I don't care who you are. You come, somebody, it doesn't, you're not going to talk me into $100,000 that a truck is worth it. You know, and like I was bitching about it driving this, and the guys are pulling these campers that are bigger than the house I grew up in with these trucks. Guys, you don't need it. You really don't. I mean, here's an argument I love. I'm getting better gas mileage. 100,000. You're spending $100,000 in gas? I don't even know. Are you serious? Like, that's actually somebody told me that. Well, I'm getting way better gas mileage. Unless you spent $80,000 in gas, you're not saving money, because you can go and buy. I'm gonna put a picture of the rig I had when we moved cross country. 1996. It was a 6.5 turbo diesel. I put a cool air intake, a 4-inch exhaust, and a chip in that thing because you couldn't really tune them, you know? And yeah, I came across country at 80-something miles an hour with that wedge trailer, 35-foot trailer, 2 cars that weren't made out of beer cans, guys. They had a little weight to them. And yeah, 80-something mile an hour, and I was getting about 15 to 20 miles to the gallon. And around town, even like without the trailer, forget it, they got amazing gas mileage. Now, if you're buying a diesel dually for gas mileage, you're doing the wrong thing. But those trucks are still out there. That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to tell people, okay? Let's say, God forbid, something happened to Tundra tomorrow. Gone. I'm going to continue to drive this guy, but there's times I want to pull a trailer. I need 4-wheel drive. I like some air conditioning, you know, just a little more room, whatever it might be. Am I going to go buy another Tundra? I don't know, because they're kind of priced. People know what they got, right? It's the reason I'm holding on to mine. I'd probably go buy one of these. Extended cab, 4-wheel drive. Maybe I'd buy like a Cat Eye. That's probably what I'd do. But when you start getting newer, you get all these problems, guys. Everything comes with problems. What did Biggie say that? No, it was that other son of a bitch. Anyways, they come with problems, right? Transmissions anymore. I don't know how many guys, they got these trucks that they pay $80,000 for, and they're in the shop for the transmission 3 times in the first 6 months they own it. You serious? That's acceptable? No, it's not acceptable. What's the matter with you, right? I understand it's your money. You buy what you want to buy. Spend it how you want to spend it. Who am I? I'm just some chamoke that's driving cheap little beaters, right? That's one way to look at it. Absolutely. And you're entitled to your opinion. But I'm entitled to mine too. And I'm not going to have a mortgage for a car payment. So I just don't understand why we're doing it. I don't know why we're letting them do it. That's it. Is it all for Android Auto? I want a remote start. The tailgate you can close and open from the outside. I mean, like, what are we paying for? I mean, this guy, I put stereo in it, you know, Bluetooth, Android Auto, all that stuff. Do I need all this? I don't know, guys. I feel that you could take a Cat Eye Chevy or an NBS or even an OBS, and obviously I'm a GM guy. If you're a Ford dude, Dodge guy, put it in your little box, right? But I really think you can do that and add the stereo you want, the creature comforts. I even did the Tundra, guys, with the auto up and down switches and the thing I got in the center to put the. I did a tech tip on it. I put the charger in there, all that kind of stuff, and it just makes it. Yeah, it's got that stuff, the creature comforts, and I'm not spending $100,000. I promise. I didn't promise. I never promised it wasn't going to be a rant because I knew it was going to be. I just can't believe that we're letting them get away with it. I think that's the problem I got. I think we should. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I mean, is that going to change the automotive industry? Like, oh, Chaz isn't buying an expensive truck. No, it's not going to change nothing. Before you go out and do it and you put yourself in a ridiculous amount of debt, look at something else. Maybe look at a truck that has been updated. You know, some guys, I was actually looking around a little bit because I'm always looking, guys, and I'm buying everything, but this guy had a Chevy dually. I don't remember if it was a 6.5 or a turbo D or a 454 truck. I don't remember. It might have been LS swapped. I think it was LS. I think it was an OBS, crew cab, dually, long bed, LS swap truck. It was lowered. It had some like Alcoas or whatever. Guys, this thing was nice. Paint was nice, interior. And he had all the screen stuff and all the things you want. Power, all this, and you know, cruise and all the stuff. All the stuff, and then the entertainment system with the Android Auto and whatever. 17 grand. 17 grand, this thing will pull anything. If I was in the market for a dually, that thing would be sitting right here right now. Because why would I not? Guys, I seen a, where were we? We're in Carlisle and at the Truck Nationals, and there was an LS swapped dually, crew cab, long bed, square body for 25 grand. I feel that that's where my money's going. I don't know if I change anybody's mind. I'm probably not going to put GM out of business talking about it, but guys, before you just sit there and you sign those papers, you need a friend like Nick texting you, telling you, knock it off, don't do it, don't do it. Now, he might have been a little off because that truck's been awesome, but his heart was in the right place. So is mine. Just think about it. Thanks for watching, guys.